Alright, we're recording, we're live on all cameras.
Let's just cue this one real quick.
Cue it up. Yeah, we want the audio file is pretty much the most important one because it doesn't have a video cue. Let's test out the gain and everything else.
I think it's okay.
Yeah. If not, we can always turn it up. Yeah. This guy can be like down. Smudge.
Turn it up a little.
There we go.
Okay.
There you go.
Done.
See it here, just before, in case I'm messing it up, in case I'm messing it up, in case I'm messing it up, in case I'm messing it up. Yes, I was messing it up.
Yep.
So that's, guys, this is the side we want to have it on. Bingo. All right, let's try that out. How we doing over here today? Welcome.
Testing video. Alpha number 1.
015 bit code 0100011011.
What are we calling the show?
I had a name for it, but I can't remember what it is anymore. It's gonna be like something that had to do with like intellectual current, and then like what's actually interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
Like, yeah.
official title is Epic Fart Mania.
Epic Fart Mania. Welcome to Epic Fart Mania today. We're going to be talking about epic farts. Yes, the other night we were watching a video called Pororo, and in
Pororo.
Yeah, it's a kids Korean drama, and
A kid drama?
like, well,
Is it
not a
animated?
drama, but like, yeah, it's an animated kids show, and like they talk about all kinds of different issues, you know. And Pororo is the main character. He's a penguin, and he has a best friend Krong, who's a crocodile alligator. Didn't really talk about what specifically is. Anyway,
He got eaten.
the episode was that their buddy Eddie, who's an inventor, he grabs
Standard Korean name.
he
Eddie.
grabbed, yeah, right. He makes them a pizza making machine, okay, and it just constantly spits out pizzas. And Krong's like, oh snap! So he starts eating choke pizzas until the pizza stack gets like ridiculously high, right? So then afterwards he gets all sick, and then he's like, oh, I'm so sick, and he doesn't talk. All he says is Krong.
I've seen this character before.
Dude, I'm pretty sure.
It's CG though. That doesn't count as animation.
Well, you know, Korean pretty much does all the animation nowadays for every freaking animated movie that there is now.
For CG, you mean?
Especially CG. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no one makes hand drawn.
Yeah,
that's true animation.
and no one does the in between stuff. And so let's leave it to the Koreans now. But anyway, he gets all stomach sick, and they show him in the show go to the bathroom and try to use the bathroom. And he's like sitting in the bathroom, right? And then he gets up and checks the toilet, and then there's nothing inside because it's an empty toilet. That's how they should have the show.
You know
It's super funny.
You know what they call farts?
What? Oh,
Ghosts
Korean?
of doo-doos.
Ghost of doo-doos.
Ghost of a doo.
Yeah. It's in Korean it's panggu, but it goes panggu boong. Anyway,
Panggu?
yeah, that's the old school way to say it.
Of saying fart?
Yeah, panggu is the word.
Interesting.
Yeah, we actually have a word for fart. So,
That's the group that cracked the iPhone. The last jailbreak was the Pongo group. I don't know if they're Korean or not. I think they're Chinese, but
might be pongo, not pangu. Huh?
oh, okay.
Anyway, he gets all sick, so he gets constipated.
Is that Korean?
Nah, that doesn't look Korean.
It's very stylized.
It says Chinese too there.
Yeah.
So he gets all.
But they could have snuck that in.
Yo, you're straight. Anyway, I might as well finish this up because I love fiber, right? Which is the whole point of the story. And it's Korean, so the whole point is that he gets sick. Their friend Luffy comes over and she's like, oh, I got you guys. You need a Korean pancake. Korean kimchi pancake. She doesn't say Korean, but she said kimchi pancake. And he's like, oh, okay. She makes him one Korean kimchi pancake, and he's like, he eats it, and he's like, oh, the stomach goes off. And he's like, all right, and then he runs to the bathroom. Same exact action. He's like, oh, okay, check it. Gets up and checks it, and there's a freaking big ass brown swirly in the toilet. It's super funny in the show. You gotta watch that thing. Oh, did it work? I wonder if it's still recording if it goes on sleep.
Yeah, it's probably. It's just the screensaver.
Straight up. Okay. Well, anyway, that's my poop story because it just came out.
Birdie found his branch.
Oh snap, man! That bird it makes me sad, dude.
Should we take the audience for a ride to Birdie Town?
I don't know, man. Like after Kelsey's dog died, dude, from cancer and stuff. I was just like,
oh no,
seeing another like
no.
poor like half dying animal with like protruding tumors coming out of its body just makes me it makes me feel like, oh, that's like the visual signs that you might go soon.
Yeah, unfortunately, when birds can't fly, they don't last much longer.
Oh, yeah, they don't. I mean, otherwise they're gonna be like this one. He flew straight into your leg. It's like, yo, guys, what's going on? You guys got any free food up in here or what? I'm like fucked up. Anyway,
okay, so now we gotta figure out how to beep things.
Yeah, and we gotta cut that too. I'm not gonna say any.
It'll be.
I'm pretty good at not swearing, to be honest with you. I'm just like I'm free flowing it right now since we're doing like a intro episode, and then also my other goal was to see how the personality, if I was running a more local like personality, because I know how you're gonna come out, right? Like more straight. And then with the occasional tech joke, you know what I mean, and the science, the more strong science side, and I was gonna run the more jelly, like, you know, smooth edged version of it, and then ask like dumb questions. That's my job. Well, not the dumb questions. We call them dumb, but there's no question that's really dumb, because if you don't ask questions, then you're a robot.
Only really stupid questions.
Yeah, until they figure out how to make robots ask questions, then we're fucked, because it's like Hal all over again. Like, why do we need humans? Why? Like, what is the point of me being alive? Like, hang on, let me calculate that in 2 terabytes of a second. Like, isn't that freaking scary as shit or what, man? Like,
I don't know if we would use terabytes.
You feel what I'm saying, right? Like, I just saw
maybe flops.
I just saw an article on social media. I think it's Business Insider. They said they're working on a computer that is supposed to be able to process the entire universe.
Well, you could extrapolate certain shortcuts, but to be able to calculate the universe, I don't think it's really possible. Though the universe, it has been calculated though,
right,
of the maximum amount of computing power that we can achieve,
right,
based on every atom we have in the universe.
Straight.
And 2 separate research groups came up with virtually identical numbers. So, you know, that's really interesting.
Straight up. And then when you're talking about a space that big, you know, virtually identical is pretty darn close.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good.
I mean, shit. If they had to do that in order to calculate like the Big Bang and prove that true too, because like if they didn't have that number, then it's like, hello, how are you supposed to figure out the Big Bang in the first place if you can't calculate the universe, right? I mean, how do you prove that as an accurate
the Big
theory?
Bang is very interesting on how they discovered that, but in essence it's really easy, because the universe is growing that way.
It's expanding.
It's only natural to assume that it came from a single point. That's really all it is, and they kind of just worked off of that, and they have they call it the pillars of the Big Bang, which
the expansion model basically.
Yeah, they just worked on the logic idea that it had to come from a single point because it's growing from all the directions.
It's expanding out in all like moving out in all directions.
Yeah,
right?
So
like kind of like a droplet of water when it hits the table and just kind of explodes out.
And
in all
most of the discoveries that they keep finding, just pretty much continues to add more evidence for this theory.
Okay, straight up. I mean, like, hell, there's like pretty much no other reason to doubt that theory at this point.
It has some very good, they call them pillars.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about like foundational ideas that like are pretty much like
the constant microwave
impossible to like
radiation.
refute. Yeah. I mean, but then there's
of course, that all got kind of shaken up with dark matter and dark energy, though.
Straight up.
So there's there's nothing that's 100% until we can
Until you actually
absolutely
can put it under a microscope and tell everybody like this is what it is, like interstitium. Like before.
That's why everything is a theory.
Oh,
It can be revised once we discover more things to add to it.
right? Did you look at the interstitium, like how they figured it out? We looked it up, Kelsey and I. It's like they have a camera laser microscope, right? And because the fact that the interstitium is filled with fluids, and me, I'm an anatomy kid, so like when you cut through the body,
It's drained.
it's drained out,
Really
and
fast.
and it already had a name,
Yeah.
interstitial tissues.
But no one really paid attention to it because they assume it's just
They couldn't-
where water goes. But they just found out that it's actually a whole nother network.
Of flow of
basically
fluids, yeah.
It wasn't very detailed in the textbook, and now
Right.
they are finally going to add it to textbooks, so they can charge even more money for textbooks.
Well, yeah, otherwise, if you didn't update your university textbook
rather than changing the
information,
chapter order to get more money, they can actually add something now.
right? If you add like 2 lines of text, it makes it a new edition. That's totally true. If you left it out, right, you'd be like, yo, what the fuck? And you got the old edition. And then how else would they charge you like 80?
I heard they
$90
just
for a book?
froze whatever part
Oh.
and cut it, and that's why the fluid wouldn't drain.
They froze it freaking live, huh?
Well,
That's the only way to have it.
well, if they don't cut it, I assume that the liquid is still be there, so they have to just freeze it before the liquid disappears or.
Okay,
goes
I get
somewhere.
you. They froze the whole organism,
Or
whatever
maybe.
they end up using.
And then now they can examine that little.
The little
Yeah.
interstitium.
Because once the fluid drains, the
Right.
pocket just collapses, and then
it becomes
now
like
it's
pretty
overlooked.
much like a flat, like 2 lines of cells,
Yeah.
beneath 2 layers of cells beneath the epithelial. So yeah, that's super interesting. Like, just like because I don't know about you, when we used to go work out, it's what guys that work out talk about, right? It's like the pump.
The pump.
Yeah, man, you never talk about the pump, dude. It's the pump. When you're pounding weights like crazy, it's called the pump because like you're pumping the weight so much, right? Then your arms get all pumped up, or whatever muscle you get pumps up with fluid, right? And then that's when they always try to take pictures of themselves because like, oh damn man, my muscles look super huge and my guns are like big, and then they take that's when they take their famous mirror selfies, right? Because they're all like all blown up with all that extra interstitium liquid because it's trying to repair, transport liquids away from the muscles and do them for all anyway. But hello, we'll wait for scientists to go ahead and like give us the details of that stuff later, because yeah.
Getting pretty dark. We better.
Yeah, I know. I want to see.
Next time.
I want to see. I want to try to
Next
see.
episode.
I want to see how
We'll
it
have
works.
guests.
Let's just see how it works
In the dark?
How it transitions into.
We will have
darkness.
guests, Vlad,
Oh yeah, Vlad's gonna come guest star in
Yes.
our next episode.
when he
That's
comes
dope.
back from
Dude, I got
No, not Nashville.
Nashville,
Utah.
Utah.
He's coming back from Utah.
Where is he in Salt Lake?
What do you want from Utah?
Nothing.
Well, he's asking what to bring back.
They have.
I told him bring back some barbecue.
You can bring back a couple Mormons. I heard salt.
Yeah.
I've been through Utah.
Right.
That's why they have salt, man. That's
Salt?
All yeah, man.
We
Utah
don't-
salt
we
flats.
don't need salt.
See, Hawaiians are educated, right? At least
Utah
one of
salt
us is,
flats.
anyway. Yeah, man. Dude, that's where they have their famous like races and shit.
I know.
Because it's all flat
The
land.
Top Gear went there
Yeah.
and they failed because the lake was
It was too.
drowning in water or something, so they had to cancel it. They're
Yeah.
like, we're here, we're at Utah Salt Flats. And it's like, you can't race, it's all so much water. And they're like, son of a.
That's called poor
And they're from
planning.
London, so they can't get to Utah that often.
Oh yeah, okay. That's poor planning on those Top Gear people's part. I'm sorry to say it like that, but hey, it's not my fault that they
when you
can't
got
make
Joey
friends.
running the thing,
Oh.
what do you expect?
Well,
Joey.
Is he like what is he like an executive producer or producer? Or
No,
something?
he's the host now, man.
Oh, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, eventually, like, when you get that famous, you have enough like connections and money where you're like you're producing
Well,
and
it's
Joey,
starring
in the show.
He's no Clarkson.
Okay, that's like a whole other conversation talking about like intellectually intelligent and fiscally intelligent actors and actresses. I mean, I'm gonna throw a couple black guys that I know that I really like look up to, like Jay-Z and P Diddy. Anyway, those guys are pretty awesome in terms of their marketing abilities and their intellectual prowess in terms of application. But shoots, those are big words. I should tone this down. Yeah, so maybe we could take callers. You know, we can take internet callers.
Take callers?
Comments. I don't know if you're better at like, you know, responding to comments like live and stuff like that. I'd be happy to do it too, on the side. But that would be another way for us to interact with people at the same time while we're having these kind of things live. And so then, say something. For instance, like there's a moment where you're like, oh, what am I gonna say? You know, what is another topic that we can bring up, right? And that's where you have the internet and you have all these people that are watching you live, and then you go, boop, you know, you know. So the live thing too is gonna be good when we have it like this on the computer. We'll have the microphone right, streaming it live, and then we have the other camera so that when, you know, Renee wants to help us make like an official looking episode. I think that would be ideal, because then right now what we're getting is people who love you. They want to see your outtakes. You know what I'm saying? It's like selling the special edition DVD.
Everybody wants to see what happens behind.
Right? Like when
what did you cut out?
Like, oh, there's that part where Paul farted, but you're gonna have to watch 2 hours
out.
of live in order to figure it out, right? Or, you know, you're gonna have to see a comment that says,
people want to see the outtakes.
Jump to this
until
part.
They fall asleep.
Seriously. You know, and the jokes and everything that happens, like somebody walks through your video, or if like there's a cancer-ridden finch that flies into your foot, like they want to see that stuff sometimes. But there are a lot of people who enjoy the meat of a conversation. You know what I mean? Like they really just want to cover the topics. They don't really have time for the banter. And you know, and a lot of you know. And for us, I feel like there's going to be a strong market that wants that core content, and they want it summarized and driven to them.
Yeah.
In a
have you seen that
manner.
Seinfeld comedians in cars getting
man.
coffee? It's on Netflix now.
Okay.
And
wait, what is it called?
Just comedians in cars getting coffee. Comedians.
Oh, comedians,
Yeah,
cars, and coffee.
In cars.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been on for like
Straight
5 years at least, and Netflix has it on now.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seinfeld's on it. Yeah.
Yeah, he picks up random people,
And then they have all the different comedians. Okay.
Usually comedians, and then he just talks to them. You know,
They had another show.
It's pretty
like
good.
That.
They cut it kind of short though. Like some episodes are like 15 minutes, some are 22.
Okay,
you know,
that's what you're saying.
I'm sure they cut out a lot of things. Which,
Yeah, all the boring shit.
Yeah, some people I think kind of feel it's short, but then, you know, if they give them the full hour, 2 hour long thing, they might fall asleep.
No, you're straight. I think it's a good point for what I was talking about earlier. Is, you know, Renee's to cut up our videos and we're doing it live. If we recover like 2 hours of video, man, imagine how much topics we can cover. But like if she's watching it, she'll be able to keep track of like, oh, put a little marker here. This is where they're talking about AI, and this is you know. Then she can take that same video and chop it up into make 4 different videos. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever, current events and whatever, and then you could make 4 separate videos to make revenue from. That's what I'm thinking, right?
We should make a blind taste test video.
We can do that too, man. It'll be fun. We can have we can have
best meet Jun blind test on
Oh,
island.
dude, since we're on the subject of brainstorming, I might as well just storm away because I got some that are popping right in my head right now.
Storm it away.
So how I storm usually is by like activities and individuals. Okay, so activities and individuals means like I'm gonna start with you and me first. Okay, so me first is it's better to talk about yourself and then go on. As you know, myself is my background is culinary. I'm interested in like everything related to culinary, from you know seeds to chemicals to anatomy to you get the idea, like metallurgy to everything that interacts with your food is something that I am interested in knowing about. And if I don't know about it, I'm pretty sure I would like to know about it. I mean, like fermented foods, all the whole 9 yards. You get it. That's what I'm interested in. You know, so that's gonna be like my background. That's the angle that I'm gonna have like a more of an expertise in. You know, maybe business because I started my own business around your own business.
Did I send you Modernist Cuisine yet?
Yes. I haven't had a chance to look at that, to be honest with you. I hate the fact that I did that, but...
It's an $800 book.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll look at it again.
If that's an incentive.
You know
what you should do?
It's your expertise right there.
You should read about... I'll give you an article that talks about the book, which is extremely interesting.
Nah, I gotta appeal.
Which might be even more interesting than the book.
Because, you know...
a lot of it is recipes, so...
Yeah.
But it's
And it's like mostly like European American recipes, though, right?
it's it's more like the new age cooking that we have now.
Okay, because like right now what I'm exploring is my not Asian heritage, but like Asian heritage foods.
Mm-hmm.
I've done the whole American thing because I'm American and all that, and fuck yeah, and I don't want to step on the American action, but I do the American stuff, and now I'm working on Asian food, vegetarian, Asian related cuisine, and eventually, you can start spreading that out as it goes along.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like your expertise would be like computers, technology, current events, these kinds of things, right? Is what I would, just right off the bat fling away. I'm sure you could talk about more yourself way better than I could, and then we'll bounce these ideas out, and then we can even have a fun session where like our guest person will come in. So, for example, you're saying Vlad, right? Vlad's into securities. His master's in securities, right? And then what if we got Roger Lee and him to sit down in the same, conversation that we're sitting here? Wouldn't that be dope? Because then what we'd have is we'd have Roger, him, who's in school for computer securities, right? And we have Roger Lee, who is actually doing, computer securities as a CMO, you know what I mean? Like a computer security, manager at First Hawaiian Bank.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be able to see the guy in action with a master's degree in business and everything already, playing it out in securities, and then the guy who's like a wizard, but he's in school for it. And you get to, man, imagine being able to like squish their experiences, information together, because hell, who knows how many extra volumes of securities that they made from their discoveries in securities that Vlad had to buy over the years between the different volumes of books. But yeah, back to your blind tasting. See, I can go on a tangent as fuck. That's why episodes are really great. But tastings, I have Patrick Okubo, master sommelier. Like the other weekend we were drinking with him, we were drinking like $450 bottles of Suntory whiskey. Like, oh, okay, yeah, this is $450 bottles of Suntory whiskey. Like, all right.
Did it taste better than a $4 bottle?
Oh, like I think the problem is that I haven't had like a whiskey tasting. Like how when he was an advanced sommelier, I had a wine tasting. So it's like you were saying, you go from the $8 bottle of wine to the $150 bottle of wine. Then
Always in that direction.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah,
it's very clear.
Uh-huh.
And so like that, we can have him, and even as far as locations go, we got Andrew. I got the restaurant that I'm working at currently, Wisp. So we can pull people, locations from there. We got politicians. We know freaking choke people, to be honest with you. And then if anything, if you want a specific individual, of course, guess where I'm gonna go? I'm just gonna go right to them and be like, hey, this is what I do. You want to join up? And they'd be like, shoots, like, what does this cost you? Nothing. What do you want me to do? Promote it for us? Like yeah, that's it. Because then right now we got the back end for it. So we got guests, we got locations, right? So now we gotta just do the fiscal side of it to make it monetized, so that way we can just sit around, talk story, come up with these ideas, have time to sit around at home, or get interns. That's what I thought would be really fucking good. We get interns from UHO, so we build our affiliations with the schools here, and we get interns to like help us do research and look up current events and shit like that. That's really good for us. And then they'll just feed it to us. So sit down while we're doing the recording session. I've seen this happen, that's why. You sit down during the recording session, they're looking shit up as it's going, and then they're watching your comment feeds like that to feed you stuff. So that's another application that we can do in addition. So obviously we're gonna need to make money, so we chop up each video, make different episodes on them, put them up on YouTube, because then that's the pay-per-view, right? And then the more different videos you got, obviously the better, because then more chances for them to click on each one if it's the same content too, right? You make 5-minute videos, 10-minute videos, 15-minute videos, 20-minute videos, 30-minute videos for the varying attention spans of individuals and time constraints per each individual. So we're actually being very, very considerate of others by chopping up our videos and making it digestible for each person that has a varying amount of time to, look up the content that they want, that is A, funny, B, relevant, and C, important to them. Like relevancy kind of going into importance, but like relevancy meaning more like current importance is what I'm trying to say. Like importance in terms of a topic for me would be like, you know, like global warming topic, for example, you know, like, or like how the sewage systems in Hawaii are causing, you know, the environment to get fucked up and for us to have brown water, and for, you know what I mean, right? Like these kinds of like us importance issues. So these are kind of how I want to break it down, is from, you know, I to we to us as a whole. So this is a way we can also break down each individual video too. So we can have it. We can also gear each one to target markets. So students, to kids, to teachers, to business individuals. To, you get the idea. Every single one is gonna have a different one, because like for me as a business person, like I have very little time and I'm working all the time pretty much. So the amount of time that I had to look at something is because it's being fed to me from somebody else who's like proofing it. You know, proofing the information and being like, hey, you got to check this out. And it's like, okay, well, you know, like, does it really have, how much content does this, you know, 5-10 minutes have, 30 minutes have? Mm-hmm. You know, because I can't spend like, I mean, I did spend like 2 hours learning about AI, you know, and quantum computing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, you know, but it's like, frick, that's like a lot of time, you know? So when you think about it like that, then, you know, creating it and tailoring it and having that whole system to create and tailor all the content that we create is going to be a huge moneymaker for us. That, product placement, of course, advertising placement, where we put like every single platform that we can launch from Vimeo to all the other ones. So I want to start making a list of every single one platform that we do, viewing, like screen viewing. Like I didn't realize that it makes a huge difference. Like if you have a YouTube video and it's designed to play for your TV, it looks fucking great. Like if you have videos that are just regular, that are designed for a computer, or they didn't even think about it, it can come out like grainy and shitty and ugly, you know? And so this is another aspect of the video editing part that's gonna make us a lot of money, that that I know is gonna be relevant for what we're gonna be doing. And yeah, I just ran my mouth for like the last, let's see here, 15 minutes. And it's getting pretty dark here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me peek up this
I think
camera
it's about
and see
dark.
how it
Well,
looks.
it'll get a little darker.
Nah, it's pretty.
How's it look?
It's pretty dark. It makes it feel cozy.
Pretty
You're
good.
gonna be able to watch like, it's at 27 and a half minutes. You're gonna be able to watch like the thing get dark. And if you gotta lean in a little bit more, yeah, you might be cut out of the video.
Well, the
Some-
GoPro
where
will
you're
get it, I
leaning
think.
out. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
you feel
wider.
me. But this is perfect actually. Like, this distance for the camera. Like if you try to check it out.
Well, I gotta dig up my tripods.
Oh yeah, I'm right
I
there
have,
with
like-
you.
I have some
I even got like this
like-
metal.
professional-ish kinds.
I even got this metal dish I was gonna use to put it under, but I didn't even think about it. Yeah, see, like, kind of see how the light works and everything.
We need umbrella lighting for sure.
Yeah, so Kelsey has like some fluorescent. No, she has like HD floodlights that we can use too.
Yeah, we'll need
Well, after we figure out if
to
we get
soften
like,
the light.
after we figure out if we get cars, we get the wind, the bugs, and the birds, and the security guard chirping. If all the audio works out really good, outdoors is gonna be very feasible. Like I would really enjoy doing this in front of hotels and shit. To be honest with you.
Yeah, so okay, I'll do some sound tests. So I'm 3 feet away. No, I'm like, oh, there's
Yeah, there's a motorcycle there.
a motorcycle and I'm about
Motorcycle on the
12 feet
pulley.
away.
12 feet away.
Yeah. So I'm standard.
Try to shout from there.
Shouting.
All right, that's about
All right, should we wrap it
all
up?
COD style. Yeah,
Do
we
some-
need about half an hour. That's not bad.
Do some checking.
How's the
As long
how's the
as your
stamina?
battery is good.
How's the stamina holding up?
What's stamina?
The sitting around and talking lively for stamina.
I think I'm okay. Can do
Because
another.
I'm thinking
Can do
like
an hour. I think an hour is about.
I think an hour is
About
like
right.
ideal. 2 hours, I'd love to do 2 hours. 4. I want to eventually hit 4, just because we were talking about Art Bell, and then I say eventually because then eventually we won't have to fill the airtime.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people will just want to come in and help us fill the airtime. Basically, is what I'm saying. And doing a live program is even more like, you know, okay. To me, it feels good. So let's see here. Let's try to bring this up. No, you're good.
Oh my neck.
Woo. Oh, yeah, still going.
Okay, stop it.
We'll stop everything now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so also the reason why I included all that extra